Hello my dear students, welcome back to your social studies class. Now today students, we will start a new chapter from your social studies book for class 5 and the name of the chapter is The Freedom Struggle, chapter number 17. Now there are many topics in this chapter. The topics which we will broadly discuss today are on the board. Let's look at the topics. Chapter 17, The Freedom Struggle. Early struggle, the Indian National Congress or INC, moderates, radicals or extremists, freedom struggle under Mahatma Gandhi. Now students, let's go into the details of each of these topics. Now, early struggle. The revolt of 1857 was the first struggle for independence. Obviously, we all know that the revolt of 1857 was the first major struggle for independence. But it failed. Why it failed? The reason is it was unorganized. And you know that anything done in an unorganized manner, it will fail. Okay? So obviously it was very easy for the Britishers to just crush this revolt. Okay? And they did it. But the Britishers for the first time got the threat from the Indians that they will fight. Now, the revolt, however, sowed the seeds of nationalism among the Indians. Now, this revolt, what did it do? It sowed the seeds of nationalism, that is patriotism. People started to think about getting freedom. They wanted to fight for their freedom. And this was a big thing, or this was a big achievement. Further, many Indians were influenced by the Western education and thought. Now, there is nothing bad in getting educated by the Western culture or the education, and many Indians did it. But they utilized that knowledge in order to gain freedom and to make the people of India organize. Okay? Now, they started forming how? Associations. Okay? That is, they formed associations, that is alliances or leagues, and organizations or institutions. Okay? To awaken the nationalist sentiments, that is the nationalist sentiments they wanted to awaken among the Indians, because until and unless it is awakened, we will not be able to fight collectively. Right, everybody? So, now we will read about the Indian National Congress or the INC. When was it formed? Who formed it? All these things. Now, the Indian National Congress or the INC was formed in 1885. Okay? To unite the people of India, that is to unite the people of the country under one common goal. That is, they had only one common goal. And what was that? To achieve freedom from the Britishers. Okay? Now, the INC had leaders from across the country. So, the INC had many leaders. They stayed at various parts of the country. Okay? Now, how did they work? Now, they discussed the problems of the people. What problems are the people facing? What resolve they want? All this. Okay? They put forward the demands of the people through petitions, memoranda, and speeches. So, they put forward the demands which the people wanted in the form of petitions. Okay, in the form of written messages, in the form of requests and speeches to the British government. Okay, further, they also demanded that Indians be appointed at high positions in the British governmental jobs. Okay? And end racial discrimination. What is racial discrimination? Now, this is one form of discrimination against any individual on the basis of their skin color, their caste, their racial origin, etc. Okay? And drain of wealth. So, all these things they worked for. Okay? And they wanted the Britishers to understand their problems and to accept what they demanded. Now, this group of leaders, so the group of leaders who were there in the INC, we will know that. Now, in the INC, slowly there became two groups. Okay. Now, we will read about the first group. Dadabhai Naoroji and Gopal Krishna Gokhale. The spelling of Dadabhai Naoroji, Dadabhai Naoroji. Okay, Naoroji. Dadabhai Naoroji and Gopal Krishna Gokhale were known as moderates. Now, why were they known as moderates? The reason behind it was that they believed in persuading or requesting the British government to grant their demands. They didn't want it to take the path of violence. They didn't want to take the path of violence. They wanted to take the path of non-violence, and through request, through persuadings, they wanted the Britishers to accept their demands. But what did the Britishers do? They didn't accept the demands, and obviously the protests just failed because the Britishers thought that non-violent techniques will not be able to persuade them, and they just ignored the requests. Okay, everybody? Now, let's move on. As a result, more intense agitations followed, led by Lala Lajpat Rai from Punjab, Bal Gangadhar Tilak in Maharashtra, and Bipin Chandra Pal in Bengal. So, agitations with greater intense now started because the Britishers negated the non-violent methods. So now greater agitation started, and in a violent manner. They were known as, popularly, these trio were known as Lal Bal Pal. They demanded Swaraj. What is the meaning of Swaraj? Swaraj means self-government. Now, for this, what are the measures they took? They boycotted England-made clothes. First thing they did was to boycott England-made clothes. Okay? Which affected the revenue of the British government. Okay? Because if the Indians stop buying the clothes, then where they will sell? Next, they promoted the Indian clothes. Obviously, then Indians would manufacture greater Indian clothes, right? Next, they promoted Indian education and they rejected English schools. This is another thing. What did they do? They also abandoned or left British services and asked the Indians or asked the people of India to join these movements or to join their movements. This group was popularly known as radicals or the extremists because their policies were very much extreme. Now, this group was called the radicals, who advocated radical measures to get their demands met. Now, why did they take the radical measures? Because they believed that extreme situations can only be resolved by resorting to equally extreme and radical actions and policies. So, that is why. Now, the Indians or the Indian freedom struggle, it gained a new uplift or it gained a truly national character with the advent or the coming of Mahatma Gandhi. Okay. Now, we will read about Mahatma Gandhi's life first, then about his contributions. Freedom struggle under Mahatma Gandhi. Now, Mahatma Gandhi was born on 2nd October 1869 at Porbandar in Gujarat. Now, his mother was Putlibai and his father was Karamchand Gandhi. That's why he was known as Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi after his father's name. Okay. Now, he was married at the age of 13 to Kasturba. And after his preliminary education or basic education, he went to London to become barrister at law. Okay. Now, after London, that is after he became a barrister, he went to South Africa to practice law. Now, like India, South Africa was at that time a British colony. There, Gandhiji, he witnessed a very odd situation which changed his thought process and his lookout. What was that? Now, Gandhiji witnessed and suffered racial discrimination there. And what is racial discrimination? I have already discussed. That is discrimination on the basis of color, of caste, or of racial origin. So, what was the incident, or what was the famous incident? He was thrown off from the first class coach in spite of possessing a valid ticket just because of his color. This incident or this consecutive incidences were the turning points in the life and of Mahatma Gandhi and shaped his belief in Satyagraha. Now, what is the meaning of Satyagraha, students? Satyagraha is desire for truth. That is, when we desire for truth, and the method to achieve it is passive resistance. Okay. So, he fought and won civil rights movements in South Africa. He fought there and won it also on the basis of this particular principle. Okay, students. Now, in 1915, Gandhiji arrived in India from South Africa. Soon he led 3 early local movements, and these 3 movements made him a national character. Now, these movements were done where? Champaran, Kheda and Ahmedabad. Now, Gandhi was successful in leading all the movements. He very judiciously led all the movements through Satyagraha, through the principle of Satyagraha and non-violence. Gandhi soon emerged as a people's leader. Soon Gandhiji became the people's leader, and he had the leadership qualities, so he could easily become the leader of the people. And he championed local causes and achieved results. So, slowly and steadily, he worked for the Indian struggle for freedom. Now, students, this is where we will end this video. I have explained almost half of the chapter. Go through the chapter and then this explanation, everything will be clear to you. I will again meet you in the next video with the explanation of the rest of the chapter. Till then, goodbye everyone. Stay at home and be safe. Thank you everyone.